Welcome back to Will It Work. I'm Kevin. Today we're looking at the Wonder Wizard Bullseye. Wonder Wizard has a number of different units that came out. I'm not aware of the brand doing anything other than Pong, but there were at least 3 Wonder Wizards that I'm aware of. There may have been more. It's not surprising with Pong systems if there's more. This one kind of focused on the gun aspect of it, although it looks to me like it is our same old microprocessor, the AY3-8500 from General Instruments. We have High-Lie, which is, in all of these things, handball, which is just practice, hockey, and regular Pong. And then we have 2 types of target, skeet and target. This is all typical of the AY3-8500. Now, it might not be, but it probably is. I do like the box art, though. It's pretty funny to me. There's a guy, or like a woman, I think, holding a gun. She's married, right? And there's a guy down here with the gun. He's got it like an inch away from the TV set, ready to blow a hole through his television. Then there's some guy playing tennis. I guess this is like a guy shooting skeet in the dark or something. I'm not sure. There's like a hockey game. There's another guy skeet shooting, High-Lie guy, and I'm assuming this is like handball or something. Nowhere does this say this is for kids. This is like something I would expect to find in the 70s in like a sportsman store or something. You know what I mean? Like in the hunting section. It's just ridiculous. A $6.95 value AC adapter is included. Well, let's find out. Let's find out if this is legit and if it works. Made in USA. It's a Magnavox, so it's another subsidiary of Philips. Has automatic serve. We have similar art, identical art on the back. That is torn up. So I've never used this one. The box is still taped from when I bought it, but that was not from me or anything, or it's not like new tape. It's totally torn up. We do have the manual. Wonder Wizard video game installation and game rules. Works on any brand, any size TV, color or black and white. 6 games, 4 skill levels, 2 handheld controls. We don't need to look at that. We've got our 6-shooter here. Looks all right. It's just another one of these things that's looking for just a light source, really. Doesn't actuate the trigger. That seems to be frozen in place. Looks like it could have moved at one time. Well, it's definitely locked in there. Not sure it works. We'll find out. The rest of it looks really nice and clean. We do have the power supply, which is good. We've got 2 controllers. That's interesting. It's a push down, push up. Not sure what that would be used for. Because it has automatic serve. That doesn't feel like a serve button, so I guess I will look in this manual. This manual is actually kind of plasticky feeling. It doesn't even feel like paper. It's got some sort of it's designed to take a spill on a wine glass. Whole 100 milliamps. Player controls. It's just an on-off button. One is on-off and the other is reset. Well, they were getting closer, right? They were getting closer with this one. They were like, hey, we can add a reset button and a power off. They didn't put a serve button on the on the unit, but they were like, hey, while we're in the middle of playing, if you accidentally bump the button on your controller, it'll just shut the game off or reset it, and we can start again. Although, I mean, reset's not terrible because at least you have that sort of auto serve option so you can keep playing without having to get up. So, whoever came up with the Wonder Wizard, you did a better job than a lot of the other Pong companies did. And we have a blue one here. Also has a good action on it. That one doesn't stick in place. That must be the reset. The switch box has a really long freaking cord. That's the cables. Alright, that's the gun. Kind of an interesting gun connector too. It's like two audio jacks, basically. What is this? What is this wired in? This is really weird. We have a weird steel bracket here. Oh, it's like, oh, I think this is like you could tape this off. You could hang it someplace, and then you could take the controllers and put them in there to hold it into place. Or maybe you could even connect that. You could tape this to the unit itself and mount the unit somewhere. It's kind of crazy. It's also a crazy looking unit. I'm sure it probably won't work. All these really weird, crazy ones, they never tend to be the ones that work well. Well, that's, to be honest, the ones I have the most trouble with are the Atari first party ones. Boy, that's a strange TV adapter. It's a Channel Master, model 7263. Now, Channel Master is still around. They still make stuff like this, and they still make things for your, gains and antennas and things. I think this probably wasn't the original switch box that came with this. It could be. Let me see what the manual shows, because it's kind of unusual to have a name brand in here. They usually have something cheap. Install your Wonder Wizard. See video game mounting instructions printed on the envelope, which contains parts for mounting the video game to the back of your TV set. Yeah, so it looks like the intention here, and we don't have the envelope, so we don't know. I don't think we do. Oh, we do. Hold on, I'll show it to you. One sec. There's an envelope here. It's an honest-to-God envelope. And the instructions are printed on the front of the envelope. Why? and this wasn't designed to hold the manual. I mean, the manual is gigantic. Like, it's not... Video game mounting instructions. Enclosed are 2 pieces of hook and loop adhesive back tape. Oh, was that inside this envelope? Oh, that's long gone. But that at least makes some sense. Remove backing paper. Attach one back to the back top center of video game. Attach one other to the back of your TV set, allowing hookup to TV VHF antenna terminals. Hand control storage bracket. Remove protective paper from adhesive back. Attach bracket to any flat area suitable for storing controls. So, I mean, if you wanted this mounted permanently to your TV set, I guess they had you covered there. Somebody's idea, just, whatever. But it still doesn't really explain this Channel Master adapter. It looks like, this here would wire into your antenna in, and then you would connect your actual antenna right here to the external antenna input. I think they probably have this aftermarket here unit, especially because it has a VHF thing, just to make it easier to connect it at home. So that's fine. We have a game and TV switch on the unit itself. We have, it looks like a missing switch that should be letting us choose between pistol, tennis, hockey, handball, and highlight. That's interesting. That's not going to work. There's the gun input. And we can adjust 1 and 2, and then we have external power. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wire it up to the VCR, and we'll see if we can get it going and playing. I'm going to also maybe pop it open and see if I can find if this switch fell in there somewhere. It looks like it might be just like a plastic slider type of deal like this one. because the base of these looks similar. Somebody might have pushed it in there, and it might need to be remounted. If not, then we'll just see what game it does play and see if it actually works. And so we'll switch over to the video side. Here we go. Okay, we're looking at the Wonder Wizard Bullseye. And yeah, I did get it to work, at least as far as the game selection goes. I did notice that the microchip that the unit is using is the AY3-8500, so that's not unusual. You can see a lot of that here. Looks like the left control is a little loose. Needs maybe a cleaning or tune-up. The right control is fine. Looks like we're in that weird 3 mode though, 3 paddles, which tells me that we're probably in some sort of middle mode here. Let's see if we can... Now I did find the switch, but it looks like it's missing an actual way to select the game itself. Like the switch is there, but there probably should be a piece of metal on there to make the contacts between the different games. Trying to see if I have something that could work like that for us here. Now you can see I can kind of, yeah, that's the way it should look without that third paddle there. But when I lose that contact, that's what we get. Whew, that's annoying. It really just wants to like repeat itself over and over again. Let's move the controls like off the screen. There. See if I can get any of these to switch. And there's like high-lie. If I could get the gun game to work, that would be cool. There's regular tennis. Maybe I have to plug the gun in. Maybe it won't register those unless the gun's in. Yeah, it just doesn't look like the gun game is going to trigger. Well, I would say this one just needs a little bit of refurbishment. All the parts are here. It just, that switch needs to be reattached maybe with some good glue and some sort of metal, like a filament or something needs to be on the bottom to make those contacts when the switch draws over the spot where it needs to go. But otherwise, it's, you know, it's an AY3-8500, no one to write home about. You know, we'll keep it in the collection as it is working, but yeah, it does need a little bit of work. All right, thanks for watching. On to the next one.